Hello, everybody. Welcome to a random roundtable. We have LDG, Teague, and
Ooh,
Sci-Fi Sis Dan. How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty
good.
good. How's my two chemotherapy patients up on top doing?
What are you talking about? I'm confused.
Desperately need a joke book, Dan. You are autist level bad humor.
I'm here to make an announcement.
Go for it.
Teague 3000 is a reality.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, it's cool.
Let's crack open the champagne and give you a nice round of applause.
Thank you,
Is
I
that-
told
everybody.
you you'd make 3,000 by
count?
Christmas.
I did.
Yeah.
Okay,
You were right.
interesting. Yeah, congratulations, man. Cool.
Thank you.
And Compla Gorilla.
I think. Well, what did we decide, Germ? Something like 25 to 2,700 are probably real.
Yeah.
No less than 300 likely fake. Just the way it happens.
Yeah, you're right about that, Gorilla. You better joke from a nonverbal autistic kid. We'll get you
That
there
was-
eventually. We just need to get you that Andrew Dice Clay joke book, Fifth Dan. Yeah, that's nice. 3,000 subs. You actually got
Yeah.
quite a few of those active too, since you got the varied content.
You know what? It's weird. We have 3 full audiences built in, kind of overlapping. We have just the people who like reviews and video essays, and we hit or miss with that. Just it doesn't. We don't know. We've determined there's no video audience for Yellowstone. It's a review panel discussion. We're the only people doing it, and there's just not enough fans to support video essays yet. It's crazy, but no one wants them. But we have the Yellowstone audience is probably half. Everybody from the Yellowstone umbrella of Taylor Sheridan might make up half, include adventure movie fans of all kinds, and then we have about half of them are Star Trek fans. So I have a Star Trek's my power base, but I'm legitimized as a pretty real reviewer now, and I do mainstream things, and I hang out with English people.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, I was
Somehow
on
the
a
English
review
are credible.
You know what? They sound smarter than you, no matter what you say. But yeah, you know what? Istophobos was there. He was an American. That was cool. I got to talk to Istophobos and to the oldest gamer. Great
Oh,
fucking
that's nice.
guys. They're great fucking guys. 3,000 is reality, too legit to quit. I'm sure it'll go up and down a couple. It'll be like next week before it's for real. My habit has been to celebrate at like 100 above.
Yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
I might go 50 on this one. It's
Yeah, I guess that works.
It's kind of impressive in a way. If I can get 5,000 by the end of the year, I'll do it. And the camera on.
Well, that's a quick way to lose the channel.
No, what's faster is for Teak to say, help me reach 25,000, I'll show off everything for you guys.
I'm only kidding. I'll never.
He's
take my
got the
shirt
right
off.
idea. You
Don't-
can't do pull-ups unless you pull yourself back down. So you got to bring yourself up, bring yourself down, bring yourself up.
I'm doing pull-ups at the airport. I'm looking forward to it. That was the greatest idea I've ever heard. You know what? There are people running around like idiots looking for places to charge your phone, but they didn't They didn't bother with those people and their stupid petty concerns. What's really important at the airport is not that you call people while you're in transit or that you pull up an electronic ticket or have a place to sit down and pose yourself. You want to be able to do pull-ups because with the cuts to the government running lean and mean, I think the chances of, being able to heroically stop a hijacking have never been stronger. So I look forward to going to the airport and doing like chin-ups like the whole time. Like I don't like with my luggage strapped to my back. It's going to be great. I'm quitting the gym and going to the airport every day. The NTSB, I don't know why RFK did this for the NTSB, but the NTSB secretary said that they would make the need for charging stations, unimportant. Maybe they'll put in bikes next where if we ride the bike, it'll charge up your phone. I think it's great. It's great.
I forget what the NTSB is off the top of my head.
National Transportation Safety Board and Cinnabons distribution.
Yeah, I can't forget those Cinnabons.
How's everybody doing?
I'm nice and loaded. Cough syrup and caffeine is a very relaxing combination.
I just had to throw money down a dry well to buy a German medical device.
Well, I will say this, since you're loaded, don't
They're
shoot
the only
me, okay?
ones who made it. They're the only ones who make it. I hope we don't have an embargo with them now. The transaction happened, so I feel secure about that.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Dan.
it seems to be staying. The 3,000 looks to be staying. Like
I would say this, Germ. Since you're loaded, don't shoot me, okay?
That's okay. Guns pointing in a completely different direction.
Speaking of which, Star Trek Starfleet Academy is less than a month away. Yay! Teak must be excited to do reviews for that.
Germ and I stand by our word that you never know until a Star Trek show is real until it actually airs. There's all sorts of obligations, but they fall away every few months. A few more fall away. For all we know, advertising and showing it is possibly required upon buying. We don't have the contract. We just know that like a few more obligations fall away every few months. So it's entirely possible that they're advertising it this month so they can burn it next. We just don't know. Until it shows and finishes, it could stop in the middle. We were not expecting Section 31 to be still be reloadable after it was over. It was that bad.
I will say this: if the position in the news and the negative media outlook for it is anything to go by, and if it is true, dear God, I hope it doesn't turn into 90210 in space. I hope not.
Well, I mean, thank you, Sean, for saying we would watch it, but I mean, it won't be that because the people in 90210 were hetero. This is going to be very, very weird. Not very spacey, if you ask me. And I don't think it's going to have people who are just like boring, normal, straight like us. I think the straight people will die early on, or the straight storyline will be like a warning. What do you think, Jerem? Will the straight storyline be a warning about the pointlessness of heteronormative behavior on Star Trek Academy?
I don't think there's even going to be one.
So you don't think it'll happen at all, and I think if it happens, it'll be a cautionary tale about like that you should just be gay instead. Just give up and be gay. Or that one will be where the couple, like the male of the couple, tragically dies.
Well, either that, or they'll do the negative route. Just turn that aspect into the villain part of it.
Or have the straight white guy lose an eye. Someone has to lose an eye.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's Alex Kurtzman. I can't. There's still 5 weeks, but something tells me that the way our audience has been, and we have twice as many people as we did last year starting the year. Think about that. Our audience was pretty insistent on me going to see Snow White.
Yeah, it's because there's a bunch of masochists.
They did enjoy my review, and we had a fun time talking about it. But yeah,
So tell me, Teague, were you high on snow while doing the review on Snow White?
What in the hell?
no.
Yeah, that'd be ugh.
He
Cocaine.
may be Colombian, but he doesn't
No.
go around doing that all the time.
I'm
That's
not
highly
Colombian.
racist.
Yeah, all the time. Only on Saturday.
I'm never
Colombian,
Colombian.
Cuban, what's the difference? So they both start with C.
Half an ocean?
They both have mountains and mountains that blow.
I don't think cocaine grows in Cuba. Cuban people would never do drugs.
Really, the one he
Yeah,
called tobacco or cigars?
What is
I don't
called
know
the
any who
entire
do.
movie Scarface?
I don't know any who do. I mean, I guess if we wait long enough, we'll find one somewhere who has a problem who'll do it. But in general, I don't know any who would ever do that.
Yeah. And you don't know any who would carry around Tommy guns and be ultra paranoid.
Never. I don't think that's ever happened. I mean, maybe in Cuba, but I don't think that, certainly Cuban Americans or political refugees, if you would never, ever do anything even remotely like that. It's crazy to suggest that any Cuban person has ever done any kind of drug anywhere.
That's fear
Hey,
bullshit.
the ice is not coming for you.
That's just Republican fear baiting and anti-Rand Paul propaganda.
Rand Paul is not Cuban.
Is he Mexican? Is that it?
He is in no way, shape, or form Latino.
I think
Am I
he's
getting
white.
him confused with Mitt Romney?
He's half Jewish.
Am I getting him confused with Mitt Romney?
Probably.
Wait,
Well-
is he on his mother's side or his father's side?
His mother is very Jewish.
He's 100% Jewish.
Teague, are you sure you're not mistaken in these for Marco Rubio, that guy?
Marco Rubio's Canadian, and he just came to America and found fame as a senator in Florida. I think Canada to Cuban parents, but the Canadian education system is what did that to Marco Rubio's brain. I don't know what's up with Marco Rubio, and I don't know why they made him Secretary of the Interior.
Secretary of State.
That's even worse.
Hello, Drew.
Hello, Drew.
Marco Gump.
We did not get that. You cut out right after you said Rubio.
Marco Rubio is sort of like Pedro Gump.
Well, then there'll be a lot of stupid left-wingers who vote for him.
I would hope for America that Marco Rubio would never ever be our president. He doesn't lack the raw intelligence. I don't even like the idea that he's Secretary of Health.
Again, state.
That's even worse. He does not have the intelligence to sit there with other world leaders or other world premiers or secretaries of state. He just simply doesn't pass intellectual muster. I would beat him in a spelling contest. He might win on Bible verses, but like, what the hell does that do for government? Honestly, what does that do for government?
Well, root memorization and basis of all Western law.
I think Marco Rubio would have to go philosophical without quoting stuff to win the ecclesiastical debate, honestly. I think I probably have better command of the Bible chapter and verse than he does. Though he did tweet out strangely, like almost ironically inappropriate Bible verses for years. That was one of. He's just a strange guy.
Did you cut yourself out there, Teague, or was it your mic that's acting up? Cause
Maybe my mic is acting up. But yeah, you know what? Like, I don't know. Like, I wish all the Cuban senators were smart like Rand Paul. Ted Cruz is kind of not smart, too.
Oh, it
Right,
is
but
true.
I
Mitt
think
is a Mormon, but
No,
he
but
is
he's
not
Latino.
entirely white.
He is entirely white, but he's Latino. He's from Mexico. Mitt Romney was born in Mexico.
I know a lot of his family is down there, but that's because they fled Utah when it became a state because they're still polygamists.
Both of Mitt Romney's grandfathers objected to what was going on. I'm sorry. All four of Mitt Romney's grandfathers objected to what was going on, as well as the grandfathers of all of his father's other wives. All of his half siblings and him agreed that it was wrong to only marry one woman.
I never got that. That's like doubling your trouble.
Yeah, I don't get it.
in real life, it doesn't work, but in fiction or fantasy, it probably does work to a certain extent.
Only in fantasy.
And you wonder why there's a lot of isekai harems out there.
That just seems like a lot of work.
And Tink has no idea what they were talking about.
I'm not even going to ask.
You don't want to know.
Funny how I sensed that.
It is very, very, very niche. Unless you're really into it, it's probably going to disgust you.
Yeah, you'll either go insane, you'll get used to it, or you'll enjoy it. Those are your three options.
I don't think I want to think about this anymore.
You made the right choice.
Well, on to some Star Wars news. From what I hear, there's very little to no enthusiasm of the Mandalorian Grogu.
Yeah, they cut back the budget for the advertising.
I still think there's a shot that by mistake it could be big. Now that the cost is going down, there's even bigger chance. The more this starts rolling downhill, if they say that they are going to put Gina Carano in it because they have to, and I believe they will have to, I believe what will happen is some of these woke people like Pedro will refuse to cooperate, which is ironic because he's not really in the movie anyway, but like the puppet operators or something will mouth off, and like we could only hope that like Ahsoka will say she won't work with someone as, you know, as backward as Gina Carano, and like if like all these other terrible, like Mary Elizabeth Winstead has like a meltdown, like if that happens, right? Like imagine the writers like, who do we have to work with here? It's like the only person who will really work with Gina is Gina. How about like she sees the Mandalorian Grogu have a moment at the beginning of the movie. Gina shows up. They tell her she should do some stuff, and that's the rest of our movie. Her doing stuff like more or less by herself. Like maybe she'll make some new friends, people who will work with her. It's like, we'll call Jim Caviezel now, sir. That's the way that movie could actually accidentally be good.
I have no interest in any new Star Wars concept besides it being a guilty pleasure.
If it's swelled into a Cara Dune movie because other people wouldn't work on it, it has a chance to not change or save Star Wars, but maybe that particular movie doing well. Germ? I don't know. What do you think?
It's possible, but
I have
my
no
money
interest.
on is not doing well at all.
Yeah, and for what I hear through other sources too, Ahsoka season 2 is having money budget problems now for some reason.
I don't think it's really money problems. They got rid of that one lady, but I mean, before they got rid of that character, she was hit by like force lightning and turned into like an ugly member of like some kind of like Kiss like Star Wars punk band.
Well, they're supposed to be Dathomirian witches.
Right, but what I'm saying is it's so easy to replace her now. She did have real martial arts skill. They didn't want to pay her because she's going to stand around like something off a Dio album.
And I would say this: if you have a lot of makeup on you and you're an actress, you could easily be replaced.
Yeah, but they had to get rid of those Dathomirians. They are probably one of the top 10 worst things ever to happen to Star Wars. In the Star Wars canon.
They're not Dathomirian witches, they're Peridian witches.
I don't give a damn anyway.
I mean, are they lifted from what you're talking about? They absolutely are. They're also the Night Sisters. They're Dave Filoni has one Dio album, guys. I hate to break it to you. I love Dio too. Don't get me wrong. I was singing Dio this afternoon in the apartment, but you know, this does not approach the sophistication of, say, Dio with Black Sabbath. This is like the song that Dio underthought because he had to throw one more song on the record. That's the level we're dealing with here with Star Wars, guys. It's really bad. It's a bad Dio song.
Dave Filoni, he ruined his reputation a long time ago. Fans, I say he's a pure joke at this point. He is.
Well, he doesn't even work for him anymore.
No, he does. He works for Lucasfilm.
No, he works for Disney still.
Yeah, he's the creative director or whatever it is. And
They may have forced him to get like a script doctor, but I mean, they probably would never make him get a lore doctor. And I think the solution was, again, just more female directors.
Yeah, that never works out.
Dave Filoni is just is a gilded man working for Disney.
That's a nice way to put it.
I think if Disney paid a woman like Catherine Bigelow, who has an Academy Award and who can direct, and who made a great war movie, they would have maybe something.
I just don't care about Star Wars the way Disney's handle it.
I don't care.
Gorilla, what the hell does a jelly donut have to do with this, Dan?
You probably don't want to know, Germ.
Yeah, you're probably right. Knowing Gorilla's brain. Knowing Gorilla, that's probably a thing for something very, very horrible. You would probably deserve that very, very horrible, but there's no need to speak of it.
Don't worry, I have my odd fetishes, and so does everyone on this panel.
Yeah, but we have to play a video for you to control those. Which apparently we don't have anymore.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have the clip where for that famous scene where the guy's strapped at the movie theater and his eyes are wired open with teardrops going in them. If you know which scene I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I was looking for something else.
Clockwork Orange.
Yeah, it was on Clockwork Orange, but the one I got for Dan is the Don't Date Robots.
I'm too far gone for that, Germ. It won't work.
LDG, I'm so pleased to see that you're only kind of smoking now. You've leveled down to vaping. In the time I've known LDG, he's gone from 4 cigars at a time to several cigarettes at once to just 1 or 2 cigarettes at a time to this. It's way to go, LDG. It's terrible for your teeth.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Make sure you brush your teeth in the middle of the day, or you'll lose them all.
Lose the rest. Yeah.
It's really bad. Smoking is so bad for your teeth. I'm probably gonna keep them, but wow, did I mess them up smoking? It's expensive, sirs.
Your teeth are probably permanently stained, aren't they, Teague?
Well, that's what happens
Not
when you
anymore.
don't have the proper regulations and get people to make safe cigarettes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it has more that you're putting the cigarettes out on your teeth directly.
That's probably more it.
I open my teeth up when I smoke, so I don't know about that. I mean, depends how you smoke.
You open your. You know what? Cool. It's great to see you, buddy. How's everybody
Yeah,
out
it's, like,
there?
it's not like I smoke with my teeth shut.
Wow, it's holding steady. I still have 3,000 subs. It's a little bit unbelievable. Actually, let's call it what it is. It's a mostly credible number. It is 3,000 is unbelievable, but you know what? Like 2,600, 2,700, possibly. I'm hoping it's at that point now. There have been so many sweeps. They kill off about 2 bots at a time.
I just hope with all these new subscribers you have, your ego does not get too out of hand that we have to pop it.
It's been a gradual rise. It was the beginning of the year where I had the big surge of new subscribers. And, really the secret to my success has mostly been Germ is such a great co-host.
Well, if that were the case, then Germ should have more subscribers on his own channel then, and viewers.
I always recommend Germ's channel. He's the best co-host, and he's enabled me to bring people the highest quality channel I can. I mean, I still go on solo and bite the head off a bat, but, Germ's great. Well, don't go all mushy on me.
At this rate, on how much flattery you give Germ, I'm gonna up his price if he's tearing up behind his camera right now going, thanks, T, I love you so much for that.
He's muted firing a Desert Eagle out the window, hoping to nail that deer that's been eating the bushes outside.
Oh no, I just poisoned bushes. As I said, I'm a little bit mellowed out right now, and it is starting to turn a corner.
Hey, you know what? Sir, I understand. Do you want me next time I come here? Should I go to the corner and get some heroin to do before the show?
Maybe nothing that strong.
Okay, yeah, I'll stay away from the heroin then, sir.
Better yet, T, why not mail some to Germ to make him feel so damn relaxed or excited?
That's exactly what I want to do.
Hey, never underestimate the power of cough syrup and caffeine pills.
Or relaxation.
That's what I said.
Yeah, there you go. Why aren't I already doing heroin? Well, Gorilla, because it's not a special occasion. Let's talk about it on Christmas.
And from what Teak says, he is Cuban in theory, so he mainly does cocaine, not heroin, Germ. I mean, Gorilla.
I don't know I still don't know where you got that one from. I don't think cocaine grows in Cuba. It doesn't come from there. I mean, they distribute it in Miami, but it's not like there's I literally do not think there's cocaine in Cuba. I could be totally wrong. I mean, the Cuban regime, I'm not about to speak bad about them. They're all Cuban, but maybe they could be a little bit less stringent and just a bit less communistic. It's just a little bit.
I'm playing off with the Cuban stereotype a little bit, since Cubans, they, especially the movies versions of them, they always do cocaine or something like that.
Sure. The thing is, I'm not a typical Cuban. We've been here since before. Like, my grandfather was still afraid of Castro. He fled Cuba when Castro was still 5. He was really smart. My grandfather was a time traveler. That's why he left. He went forward in time and he saw what happened. When he went back, he left Cuba, sirs. That's what happened. And that's how he made it through World War II without respawning as well.
I had something, but it just floated away. I probably shouldn't do this show in an altered state, should I?
It's up to you, sir.
Well, you're halfway there to become like LDG germ.
It's deeply interesting, and you can delete it tomorrow. That's my thought. It depends on how you feel about being live.
As long as I don't do anything too insane.
Right. You know what?
Oh, God.
If anything
The
crazy
monkey
happens,
says check X.
Oh my god. Prepare the bleach for your eyes, Germ, if girl is sending you something. It's either going to be really good or very terrifying to make you want to have nightmares.
you unsimian bastard, you.
Are you going to keep it to yourself, or
Yeah.
are you going to show
No,
us?
I'll show you.
Oh my god.
I used to have that vape rig on top. That's a Nautilus 2 atomizer.
Is this for me or is this for
That was the
LDG right here?
That
As
was the
for
last
LDG, he's the only one vaping.
That was the last vape rig I ever had before I quit. That's a that particular vape rig is a Nautilus 2. You can take my word for that, sirs and madams.
We're all guys here, Tiggs. Try not to call us madams too much or at all.
Talking to the audience.
Let's
And people
be
who
fair,
may watch
there's
later.
the only one. There's not too many madams out there either.
To be fair, no, but you know what? Why shouldn't we be optimistic?
Judging how dark the world is right now, optimism is a luxury, Teague.
You're wrong. The Yankees are a playoff team. And the Jets are, going to get the number 1 draft pick. It's going to be great.
Sorry, but the Saints are getting the number 1 draft pick.
Nah, I think the Jets will end up losing more games than the Saints at the end of the season.
The league has already decreed that Archie Manning will reincarnate for the New Orleans Saints.
That's not fair, sir.
Since when has the NFL been fair?
You know what it is? I'm going to be honest with you. You know why they did it? This is not a conspiracy theory. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't want my kid on the Jets either. I wouldn't want my nephew on the Jets. I wouldn't want my grandson on the Jets. You had like 5 people who are just like the 5 top endorsers of the all NFL stuff. Watch football mornings, man. Peyton Manning endorses everything to a painful degree, and it's because you can't trust NFL players to not go Aaron Hernandez on you. You can't. If you notice, no current athletes, except that in baseball, really endorse much of anything. Like basketball players, it's like just Google like Kyrie Irving controversy. Like he's a great basketball player. You never see anything about him because every once in a while, like he'll wonder out loud about something that's just like way over his head intellectually and look like a fucking asshole.
For NFL players, I've noticed they do a lot more local endorsements.
They
Marshawn Lynch, he still does plumbing endorsements here. He hasn't played there in like almost 10 years.
Gronkowski is an endorser because he's out of the league and he never got arrested. All the Mannings still huge endorsers. They're out of the league. They didn't get arrested. Tom Brady makes so much money and demands so much cash from his primary job that he endorses almost nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't as lucrative as you thought it'd be.
No, it's him and Belichick had like some kind of personal thing that they like developed together where they should like never do never endorse anything. Belichick doesn't endorse anything, only Subway, I think, at the end of his career between like being the year he wasn't coaching or in the NFL at all. And Tom Brady, like vitamin water and his own wife's clothes, ex-wife's clothes. I think there's now some Tom Brady workout gear, but that's about it. And that was after the NFL. But if you think about it, there's really no. It's hard to remember any Tom Brady NFL commercials like where he's selling stuff.
Well, Brady was doing that before he was out of the league too.
But he was doing very little. He did very little compared to like Aaron Rodgers before he fell out of favor, sort of with advertisers for several different things, including being a Jet. But I don't blame the league for not wanting Arch Manning to play for the New York Jets. Woody Johnson is in his 15th straight year of getting an F rating from the NFLPA. He is an F-rated facility, and it's brand new, so he conceived it wrong. F-rated facility, F-rated owner. I'm going to say it right now. A+ fan base. Anyone still showing up for that? It's A+. I was there last week for Turn In Your Gun Day, where if you turn in your gun, you get to go to the game. It was great.
And Gorilla has some information for us if you want to discuss that in this next chat. Sure.
Oh yeah, the USC's the oil tanker.
You know what? Tear the ship apart and bring me the passengers. I want them alive.
Exactly.
Good. You know what? It's time to now unleash a small tactical nuke on the cocaine fields.
Tell me, the question is, what's in that Venezuelan oil tanker? Is it oil or is it something more illegal, though?
It's oil.
Who cares? It's our oil now. We'll never know what was inside of it because 25 conspiracy theories will be around by tomorrow morning. It's filled with cocaine, oil, and immigrants.
All three?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be said to be all three. It also has the Epstein list and 5 refugees from Epstein Island. Guaranteed. Germ, am I right?
Well, in that case, they can't be allowed to see the light of day.
Okay, that was maybe being a bit far, going a bit far in a few places, but what I'm saying is by the time we get to tomorrow morning, they will be calling this... they will say that the oil tanker has cocaine, oil, and refugees, as well as the Epstein list and 5 people who escaped the island. Right? I mean, that's what's going to happen. We'll never know what was on this oil tanker.
Probably not, but at this point, I don't think it really matters.
Well, I think what we're doing is we're just attacking another country.
Which is our right to do.
If you say
tell me, is Venezuela a narco state, or has it been? Well, it probably is a narco state. Has it been one for a long time?
going on 12 years now.
The thing is, I don't know how the boats I've seen would ever get to America. I think they were going to a place like Trinidad, but whatever. You're not going to see me like finding a way to have sympathy with that. I think the UN might be a little bit angry about it, though. I think that we're gonna get a lot of heat from people, and
Who really gives a damn what the UN has to say?
well, you
Yeah.
know, it's the real problem is the American press. They asked the president to release the footage, and he said he would. And then when they followed up, he could not recall having said he would do it and attack the reporter. So I found that to be inconsistent. I was hoping to see the footage. Like, we paid for that attack. Why can't we see it?
We saw the footage of it.
No, the second run where they take the people out. There's no footage of the second strafing run.
The UN is so powerless nowadays. It's just a clubhouse for the nations to meet up and discuss a few things.
Well, you know, who cares what the rest of the world thinks? We'll do whatever we want.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if they label us pirates, though, that'll be pretty cool. Like, we could put that on our flag. And you can think about what you could wear to work if the rest of the world labels us a pirate nation.
Oh, that's the beautiful part about being the strongest. You're never a pirate.
Strongest nation is probably maybe, like, I don't know. I would assume probably China.
Not even close. They have population. That's just about it.
Yeah, but they'll as long as the last 30 or 40 of them who are in charge survive, they don't care what happens to the rest of them at all. Like, in fact, they would laugh. Like, if they all burst into flames at once because of, like, some weird, like, satellite that we turned on at them, they would laugh. They would think it was hilarious. I mean, they would launch their nuclear missiles at us, but, like, they would laugh at their own people bursting into flames. They don't give a shit.
If you want to talk economically, China is our biggest rival, but China has its own set of problems.
I heard that the biggest rival is Russia, but then I also heard that Russia's economy is only half the size of Rhode Island's.
That's not exactly true.
Dude, do you know how much money is in Rhode Island?
Several tens of billions of dollars.
Hundreds of billions.
Last time I checked on Wikipedia,
Here's
Russia's
the thing: all of Rhode Island is in Rhode Island.
Last time I checked the Russian GDP out of curiosity, their GDP is over $1 trillion.
That's vastly inflated. By the way, I want I am all for Doge, and I'm glad that we Doged our government, but could we get the October jobs report at some point? And will we be getting the next one?
That usually comes out like the 15th or the 16th.
What about the October one?
They got the October one.
I don't think we do.
If we pull funding from the unbelievably non-functional, then there wouldn't be one. I believe he's talking about the UN.
Well, it looks like we do have one. A 5-month high. Hiring only dropped. My contacts out of alignment. It was the least bad month in 5 months. The economy's surging back.
Then how come I don't feel it here in California?
Well, you know what?
It's
You
'cause the
haven't gotten that
West Coast has
sweet
a-
tariff. You haven't gotten that sweet tariff money. If you need to get by, just go buy some aspirin. You'll get the rebate.
The West Coast has a built-in dysfunction. Yours is named Gavin Newsom. Mine is named Bob Ferguson.
You guys missed out on the good old days. You're too young to remember. Before Clinton was president, they paid us to take the gas from the gas station.
I will remind everyone that Teague hasn't driven since Gerald Ford.
That while that may or may not be true, Gerald R. Ford, just because he thought that Germany was in the Middle East, should not have been disqualified as president. It was because he pardoned Richard Nixon that he should have been disqualified as president.
That's the only reason he was president.
No, he was president because he was Nixon's vice president. He pardoned him to stop the criminal persecution. Hey, what's
No,
going on?
Hey, Jay.
no. Ford was not the vice president. He was the Speaker of the House when, because
You're correct about that, but the thing what happened was Nixon's vice president Spiro Agnew happened to go. He got into a little bit of trouble from taking money and shaking people down, and it turns out that he was just a little bit of a mafioso. Would that be the right word, Germ?
Yeah, Agnew stepped down.
And they took
Ford
this-
was put into place.
He was
and then Nixon
because they
stepped
didn't
down.
have. The reason they put Ford into place was because they didn't have to have any procedure. He already was next in line for the job, and he was already a Republican. It didn't hurt that he had a really good reputation for honesty. So that's why when he said, "Sirs, Germany is in the Middle East," we knew that he was telling the truth. At least
He had a
from his
reputation
certain
for
point of view.
CTE.
Yeah, he actually very much
He was
did.
CTE before we knew what CTE was.
After meeting with him, Richard Nixon said he played one too many games without a helmet on.
I will say this: if we did a poker night for who has the worst governor,
Yeah. Your governor's such a bigger retard than ours will ever be. Ha 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 ha. That is so fucking funny. You have the most soy governor in the world. He's such a fucking loser. It was hilarious. He's the only one who can stand next to a woman and look less manly.
I would
We
say
got
that
the retard.
I would say this.
What
Uh,
Gorilla? Did they indict Tampon Timmy for something?
No, he's just identifying as a subject of Baron Walsh.
So tell me, if we were to play a poker game on who has the worst governor, who wins? On my hand and raise, I got Governor Newsom. Do you raise or do you call?
I think Newsom's
You
going in
win
as the chaos agent. I think he's going in as the chaos agent to mix it up. I think he's going to have the most robust rhetoric, and he's going to take an anti-Trump tact. But ultimately, the goal will be an all-girl team, the duo of Whitmer and AOC versus what I think will be President Trump.
No, it's going to be Kelly and Newsom.
Kelly, who's Kelly? Mark Kelly, the senator.
Mark Kelly, yeah, he's positioning himself.
He has the advantage of having been in combat for America and being trusted by a lot of people and being an astronaut. Those are several cool things that will never be able to be undone. He said a few other things that may have gone a bit too far in a few places, and a lot of people now are angry at him, but essentially he has an out by saying all he really said was, "Yo, don't break the law," which is fine with me.
Oh, and Gorilla raises and calls my bluff for my poker hand here.
I'm not saying I'd vote for him. I'm just saying that thing about the don't break the law might be overblown. Didn't you just tell people that they can't break the law?
In a way, but in a more realistic way, what he did was threaten every member of the armed forces with the cooperation with the Trump administration means political persecution when the Democrats are in power.
I
They
don't know
did this
about
last
that.
time. They literally did the same thing last time.
Really?
They got a group of retard Democrats that used to serve to say something along the same lines, and it
Well,
was just the same veiled threat of cooperation will get you political persecution when we're back in power.
Well, remember, General Milley also is someone who's been spoken of punitively, and he was a right-wing general who's now a left-wing general who, whatever, we don't know what the deal is with him, but people have spoken about how it has been spoken of that he perhaps should be, like, maybe looked into, and, like, I'm not saying anyone should.
Milley should
I don't know
definitely
a
be
lot
looked
about
into.
him.
He's a fucking piece of shit.
You know, I don't know. I don't know, but well, I don't know much about him. I've heard he's very controversial.
Yeah, but they have said every order Trump has given has been illegal,
That's not
and then
true. They've given him resistance. I mean, Gorilla's not being literal here, but yeah, there's been a lot of resistance to the legality of his orders. Although some of them have been debatable, right? Aren't we supposed to debate use of force and unleashing? I do not. I would like to know when the last time. It was before I was born by a while. The last time the National Guard was federalized without the governor asking for it.
And Gorilla does have a point in
2002?
No,
Oh, no, 2001.
Without the governor asking for it, the last time was 1965.
They federalized the Washington State National Guard for the WTO riots against the explicit wishes of the governor here.
What year?
2000 something. Or 99,
Well,
something like that.
George W. Bush was a terrible president. So is Barack Obama. Although, like, looking back on it, I like Bush better than I used to. I'm glad that I was happy to hear about what happened with Cheney. Sorry. He was also
Well,
like
Cheney
89,
was almost,
you know.
He is fucking ancient, so he is.
He also lived for like 3 years without a heart before they found a transplant for him. That did creepy shit. I mean, he seemed immortal. Like, I think what happened was it's just a fake body because he like exploded into a ball of light when some other Highlander killed him.
Oh yeah, Gorilla got
Body's
the year 92. 2001 would be the WTO, and then 16 and 2020.
Well, I mean, a lot of these wrestling things get out of control before the governor can get on the phone with the White House. If George W. Bush was trying to keep the WWO from becoming, a riot, I mean, some of these things, that year I think they had Macho Man Randy Savage was still around, and Nature Boy Ric Flair was doing some of his best work late in his career. So I could see why there would be a riot.
I will say this. Bush was a liberal and a conservative skin. He was.
No, he was just simply an empty suit, and he appealed to people with a vestige of right wing policies. Would be the best way I would put it. He didn't have a lot of meat to the bone on anything. You could accuse him of anything. He was such a skeletal president. He had aspirations, not ideas. Not much good happened during his presidency.
No, not really.
And Bush expanded the role of the government, which, in theory, Republicans and conservatives should not be able to do that, but he did anyway under his presidency.
He was president during Star Trek Enterprise. That's his biggest accomplishment. He couldn't even keep Star Trek together.
Actually, I don't think Bush was much of a Star Trek fan.
Trump is, though. Trump loves Star Trek.
He's a big fan of the guys who own Star Trek too.
He has told them that he wants it to be great again. We need space MAGA hats. Should we order Terra Prime hats for everybody in the show?
That sounds like a good idea.
You would wear that?
I'd rather have some no ma'am shirts.
You start your own
They
channel
sell
to get
those.
no ma'am shirts. Yeah, they actually have those. They probably have
Oh, yeah.
Terra Prime hats. What do you think, Jerem? Would you wear or an Earth First T-shirt? Would you wear? Could you imagine the reaction you would get to that? What color should it be? Red?
Red,
Some
white,
sort
and
Red
of
and
treating
blue.
America like Earth only.
Like blue letters,
America
like
Prime.
Earth First? I think the Earth Prime logo was a green triangle. Terra Prime was a green triangle.
Yeah, that works.
Terra Prime forever.
Hell yeah.
I also am in favor of declaring the Republic of Earthica.
Well, how will you reinforce that, Teague? Through force or through diplomacy and politics?
We'll just do what we do to Venezuela, but to the rest of the world. I propose a network of satellites orbiting around the coastlines of all other nations, and we could take these satellites and load them up with 50 caliber machine guns and have them constantly firing down so that no one could ever leave, and that would also prevent the transmission of bird flu. I yield.
You know, guns don't shoot the same in space, right?
I was thinking an oxygen injector across the breach would probably do it.
And how exactly would you reload?
I was thinking a belt running back down to Earth.
There we go. What was I thinking? Shit.
Yeah, come on. Just hanging from the ceiling off the
for a
top of the
second,
Earth.
For a
And then
second, I thought
back
you were
down
gonna
to
take
the flat surface of the Earth.
you're gonna take a key from the Star Trek with the detached nacelles and say
I
it's some
don't
kind
know.
of
I
freaking-
don't. I think that was the fucking best possible answer. Jerem, what do you think? Come on, you know you muted and laughed.
and transport the bullets in there. Transport the bullets in there. We can transport them in there.
No, I want straight bullets in there. I don't want any like non-identifying bullets in there. You can keep your trans bullets, LDG.
We could just go with the Neuralink, and government can just shut you off.
Is that a threat?
Not you, us.
Oh, well, I hope so. That would be a great thing.
How the hell is that threat?
I don't know. Like, you can do strange things. Like, my computer might attack me, like from that movie, The Happy Toaster.
Oh yeah, I know. I could do that, but that's besides the point. Can't get in your head. I mean, your computer's an open door, but
Yet.
In response
Everybody's
to her congressional seat being voided out, Jasmine Crockett has launched a bid for U.S. Senate.
Cool. What side is she on?
She's a Democrat.
All right. I guess
not
she'll
gonna-
win. Where's she
not gonna-
from?
is it Crockett?
Texas, I think it is.
Yeah, Texas.
What's her name?
She'll lose.
Jasmine Crockett.
Yeah, Crockett.
Right now,
Isn't- that's
John-
the one.
John Cornyn is
Trump was.
favored by
There's
20
some-
points.
The president of Texas is this guy, Beto O'Rourke, and even though he's Cuban, I don't like him.
He certainly thinks he's president of Cuba.
He is.
And
No, he's
the
president.
Texas-
He's the president of Texas.
He's governor of Texas. That's their version of
That's
the
it.
president.
Yeah, he's
He's
governor.
not even governor of Texas. He ate a bunch of magic dirt and thought he won the election.
No, I don't think he won the election, but I think he's still their president. I think he was already their president before that election. I think what's his name?
Abbott.
Abbott. Yeah, Tom Abbott won the election, and I don't know. Like, I like him. He's got kind of like TOS Pike energy, and I don't know why they don't run him for president. Like, think of the slogans and how fucking hilarious they'd be. Like, Abbott stands behind you. Abbott, that's how I roll.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going with Vance for the president.
Well, certainly if he, denounces his heresy, I would consider him. But while he's a heretic, I cannot consider voting for J.D. Vance.
Well, just because he left the Catholic Church doesn't make him a heretic.
No, he is. That's the problem, sir. He is a Catholic. He didn't used to be. What happened was he was living easy and breezy as a fucking atheist, and he had no way that he could fuck that up. Before that, he was an ill-defined, non-denominational, loose evangelical to a crackhead mom. And there was also, I would point out, it was very hard to fuck that up. But instead, like, homeboy jumps feet first into the most rules-heavy, difficult, dogmatic religion. Like, this is Judaism 2.0. Like, Catholicism, like, is like, no joke. And like, he's raising his children in both faiths. That's like, I hope he goes to ongoing confession. That is a big fucking deal. It's wrong, and I don't approve of it. Ushavan should accept Jesus. She believes in animism, I believe. Or is a Scientologist, something like that.
She is Hindi.
That's Klingon Scientology, right?
Yeah, close.
Okay, cool. I like her. She seems nice, but like, I just don't believe in mixed religions like that. Like, if there were two different kinds of Christianity, like that, or even Christianity and Judaism, those are like more compatible. The church will give him a dispensation for that, but I mean,
he should just be Episcopal.
They're
100% okay with.
He should go back to being an atheist so that he can't make any mistakes. That's the safest one. I'm Catholic. I'm not telling him to do anything I wouldn't do myself if I didn't want to be president, and I definitely would never want to be president. But if you want to be president, the smartest one would be, I'd say, atheist, because how do you make any mistakes? Although I think people might not approve of it.
You'd never get an outright atheist president.
Well,
They'll have to at least make a lip service to some type of religion.
3 terms of Catholicism might be enough.
Yeah, more than enough.
2 terms of Trump and 1 term of Biden. That's a lot of Catholicism.
Are they both Catholic or something?
Trump is not
baptized
Catholic.
and confirmed Catholic. He didn't ask to leave. He's not allowed to. You can't just quit.
Actually, you can.
I mean, you can, but I mean, he's in a lot of trouble. Like,
actually, he made the right decision. He became a Protestant.
I mean, I think politically he did. Yeah, I agree.
And by way of faith.
Gorilla, he is Catholic. He was baptized a Catholic. His parents were German and Scottish. His mother was from Scotland, where everyone is Catholic. And his father was already Catholic. So, like, when they got together,
he was asked to leave in the 90s.
I mean, the Catholic Church did ask him to leave, but I mean, he could just pay money to get back in. It's because of the 3 divorces. I mean, and the open cheating. But I mean, that's on them for being so small about it. Where do they get off pontificating? Oh, wait.
Or heck, why just make the Trump a
was
member
he asked to leave?
Or better yet, just have Trump become a member of the Church of England. Just how King Henry's record is to women.
Was he asked?
I thought after the second divorce, there's something about that Bishop or whoever it is, that guy in New York that asked Trump to disassociate with the Catholic Church.
I think the deal was it wasn't the second divorce. It was the third marriage and the refusal to back down on death as vengeance for the Central Park Five proved innocent, even after they were proved to not have done the crime. They did something. They just didn't do what they're accused of. Technology advanced. It wasn't them. I think it was because he wouldn't back off death penalty.
Yeah, is he a
he's
Presbyterian
not a
or
Presbyterian.
Episcopal?
No. He is a born
It's
again.
something.
He's a non-affiliated evangelical literalist. Check the back of his baseball card. He's a non-affiliate, non-denominational. Who's the official faith preacher of the White House? It's like Joel Osteen.
No, I
He's
don't
whatever
think
Joel
Trump has
Osteen.
anything to do with Joel Osteen.
Is it Dr. Phil? Is it Marco Rubio? Is Marco Rubio the faith advisor as well as being housing and the Secretary of State? I can't believe Marco Rubio is too fucking stupid to be Secretary of State. I hope he's being closely supervised by Trump. God, if he was ever to be president, that would be a disaster. Please, God, never let us have a Cuban president. I'm glad you told me Rand Paul's Mexican, not Cuban, because I think he'd probably be okay as president. I saw him on TV the other day. He was making sense. He kind of makes sense. John McCainian, sometimes completely wrong kind of way. You get what I'm saying? What's the matter?
Okay, non-denominational.
Oh, you're Googling? Yeah, I told you. Yeah, he's non-denominational, and non-Catholic. But yeah, I think he did get kicked out, not for the second divorce, but for the open cheating on the second wife before the divorce, and then the third marriage. But the one thing I know that was a problem was he says that the Central Park Five should be executed. It looks a little bit bad because they were all children, or I'm sorry, minors at least, when they did this.
They're like 17, so
There's
they could
five
be
of
tried
them.
as adults.
Two of them were 14. They ran the gamut.
Well,
it was
old
like
enough to
from
kill,
one high school.
old enough to die.
No one died, sir. No one died, sir. It was an attack, essayed. But again, it wasn't them. Like they were up to no good that night, but they didn't do the terrible crime. They set a New York Post stand on fire and scared some people's dogs. They're being dicks.
Didn't they confess to it?
That was thrown out for the illegal confession the same way Trump's stuff was thrown out. Like New York has to get it right, okay? Things can sometimes go wrong. That was an illegal confession, and anyone who watches the videotape would agree about it. It's a long and boring videotape, but I have watched most of it, and I lived through it in the 80s, 40 years ago, and it was very controversial, believe me, sirs, and they were not exonerated by DNA until 15 years ago, so it was a long and winding road indeed for the Central Park Five, but they didn't do anything as far as the crime that they were convicted of. It was proven otherwise. It's impossible to have faked it.
Yeah, but when he made those statements, they had confessed, and they're going through the conviction process. That's when he took out that ad into paper.
Right. They hadn't been convicted yet. He also went after the NYPD pretty bad, which is pretty fucked up considering he was only right 40 years later when it was proved that they were wrong.
Well, going after the NYPD is understandable. They are one of the most corrupt organizations in this country.
He was going after them for not killing the kids when they had them.
Not exactly.
Close. Yeah. I mean, you could split hairs on this one, but it was a wacky. Let's just say it was not, though. It was a very controversial thing to say. And he probably should have just said, hey, I was angry that day and I had 70 grand to throw away.
Anyway, let's see what else is in the news, if anything.
We solved the mystery of the president's religion.
Well, in my neck of the woods down here, a judge struck down an appeal to cancel the high-speed rail project here in California.
Good.
So they're going to force you to spend billions of dollars on something that's never going to happen?
They'll stop in the middle so they can let some bird migrate.
So far, it seems like.
Will there be
Sounds like the light rail up here.
transportation? Will there be transportation representation?
Oh, probably.
Well, in that case, fine. Hey, buddy. Yeah, I mean, Buddy's probably telling the fuck is probably right on the money there. Where did all the money go? We kind of need to keep an eye on that. We have problems with in this country with money just disappearing.
Simple. The money for our high-speed rail down here in California went all to the politicians to keep their mouths shut.
They were able to explain some of the high-speed rail money. The Florida high-speed rail money was explained as their entire rail network was so shot that they had to overhaul it just to keep it where it was from collapsing, and that was high speed compared to horse and buggy. I kind of accept that explanation. That's what happens. Florida's just crazy.
Well, Florida's a swamp, so.
Yeah, and
the central part certainly is, and that's where I lived. It was really, it is so much hotter there in August than it is in Saudi Arabia. It is so hot.
Well, and they have alligators or crocodiles to pull their stuff around too.
I was begging for an alligator to come get me. There was one at Disneyland that ate a fucking kid while I was down there, though. While I was living there.
You're right for being on the Gators' land.
You're probably right about that. There was gators across the street from me, but they were fenced in. Not that they couldn't get over that. But while I lived there, gators ate some kid at Disneyland.
Are you sure the kid was not cosplaying as Captain Hook?
He was
classified as
Dinner. Yeah. He was fucked up. I mean, it's fucked up.
But
Family
the senators of Florida should both be crocodiles, and all the representatives should be anaconda.
Who is their senator now that moron Marco Rubio? Rick Scott is one of their senators. He was a fucking idiot. You might like his ideas, and maybe they are correct ideas, but I'm just saying, when I lived there, I saw so many Rick Scott press conferences. He is such a fucking idiot. They held back the high-speed rail money until after he left, despite George Bush being there, because he tried to direct it to the middle of nowhere, and they were going to get nothing out of it. They ripped the money back and said that he couldn't have the high-speed railroad across. There was going to be one from Daytona to Tampa, and it would have been 90 minutes all the way across the peninsula, which would have been amazing. Just amazing what it would have done for Florida. But they took it away from them because he was just throwing the money down a black hole. So he's a piece of shit, and he's an idiot.
It's Ashley Moody who took over for Lover Ricky.
Is she hot?
Nah.
All right.
Hey, knowing your standards, sure.
I thought her name was Jessica Luna.
No, that's the stripper that you were with last night.
Yeah, and well, and Germ, given how he divorced the witch, and it depends how ugly the witch of his ex-wife
I'm not
was.
JD Vance. I mean, I guess JD Vance and I will have that in common when he divorces that witch. Sure. What's the over/under on JD Vance getting rid of his wife by the election? I say he gets rid of his wife in the
0%.
next 6 months. 6 months or less.
0%.
I bet you $50 that he has a new wife by the election, or he drops out. If he's still running at the time of the Republican convention, he'll have a new wife.
She's going to publicly convert.
That'll make her a new wife too, because she'll have a soul. That would make her a new wife.
Or it'll make her a snake oil salesman or a lizard person that sheds their skin.
He could try to rebuild the old wife, but I mean, isn't she pretty into throwing the chicken bones in the air and shit like that?
As I said before, she's Hindu, not voodoo.
Did they rhyme? Well, aren't they similar?
Only in virtually every aspect that they can be different, they are.
What about Sentai? What religion is that? What?
Sentai,
Hentai.
that's the weeb religion.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's weird. That's weird. Weird stuff, sir.
Very weird. That's why you have to be 18 or older to look it up.
Weird stuff, sir. It's weird.
Speaking of weird stuff, that reminds me, Dan has a show in about 10 minutes. So we should start wrapping this up.
Goodbye, sirs.
Teague, what you got coming up?
5,000 subs. At which point we'll have the 3,000 sub party. What do you think of that? Maybe tomorrow I will make a video. But you and I are going live at 10 p.m. tomorrow night, right?
I may have to help Gorilla tomorrow night.
So I'll be live at 10 and Germ will be jumping on at 11?
I'm not sure what time Gorilla's starting tomorrow.
Solo Admiral Teague tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where I will react to the president's demands that we go to the moon to go to Mars, and that is why we're going to the moon. And other things.
Okay, LDG, you want to shout something out?
Muted. There we go. Hello.
Yeah, go and
Nope.
shout something out.
Yo. Yeah, no, I'm just chilling, guys. Thanks for having me. Cool talk. And I'm always in the underground. You know where to find me. Appreciate it.
All right, and thank you to Drew for the little self-promotion for my channel. And as for me, if Germ will allow, Sci-Fi
Go for
Sit-In usually cover different sci-fi TV shows or movies. I do my sci-fi watch parties on Wednesdays, usually 6:30 p.m. Pacific time with my co-host if he's up for it. I do my live streams on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time on Saturdays. I do cross streams with Resolute Germ and Gorilla's Random Thoughts if they will allow it. They usually do nice guys about that. I try to upload on my main channel a new video towards the end of the previous week, at the beginning of next week. And I do have a secondary channel called Altor Sorcerer Dan. That one I cover Japanese anime or cartoons in general. Right now we're doing the slime animation. We're in the middle of season 3. And I do the watch parties usually there on Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific time, usually after Gorilla's Walton streams. And the slime is adult anime. Yeah, not Rule 34. You have to be 18 plus to check out that stuff. And I do have a new third channel called Sci-Fi Story Now. I cover different sci-fi franchises, lore, and characters. Beyond that, I have to head on out. I'll see Germ roughly in less than 10 minutes, hopefully. I'll see you around, guys. Nice hanging out with you.
Thanks for being here, Dan.
I can't. can I really quickly, thanks to anyone out there who has joined my channel. I really appreciate it. 3,000 on an honor. I guess.
Yeah. And we'll celebrate that on Saturday.
With the Augments, the final chapter of the Soong trilogy, starting on Germ's channel at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the best time.
That's right. Augments at 9 Eastern for the watch party.
It's a good episode, guys. You're gonna love this one.
Landman on Sunday at
The biggest
7 Eastern.
The biggest independent Star Trek show, the biggest independent Paramount assessors, and the biggest independent Landman show. Germ and I have got all three of them covered.
And we'll, on Monday, have Critters 3.
A classic.
Nice.
A classic.
Ritters.
The Critters franchise really found its niche, really found its footing in the last one. But I mean, I think in this next one we're not going to have Scott Grimes, are we?
I don't believe so.
It's too bad. I like the cut of his jib, but what are you gonna do, right, Germ?
Yeah. But thanks for stopping by, everybody. Take care.
Later.